Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lainey. Thank you so much for stopping by today. We have a very exciting video today and it's actually a collab. I am so excited. This video is in collaboration with Katiexobeauty here on YouTube. I love Katie. She is so great. I love all of her videos. She was like one of my very first subscribers. She shouted me out in a few of her videos. She's so sweet and I just love her content. So you should definitely check her out in her version of this video. I'll link it up here and in the description box down below. But I am so excited to be doing this collaboration with her. I am just, I'm so excited. We're also in a different location. There is some, there's some mess behind me, but I'm kind of covering it up. I thought I would try out this location. I feel like once I clean that up, because this is my desk and then back there with the mess is my boyfriend's desk, I feel like it's a little bit more interesting than facing my bathroom door or like the bathroom door behind me. So we're going to be trying this filming setup out and we'll see how it goes. And if you like it, let me know down below. But yeah, like I said, this is in collaboration with Katie. And yeah, I don't think I've said what it's actually about yet. It's going to be things we no longer buy. I am so excited. I've seen a few people do this style of video. Kelly Gooch has done quite a few of these. Jessica Braun has done some of these. So I'm really excited. I have 10 beauty-ish items and then 5 like kind of lifestyle kind of things. And we're just gonna go right through it and I'm super excited. So let's hop right into it. But before we do, please remember to hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video from me. Alright, so the very first item on my list is brow products. I don't buy any brow products anymore, and I rarely have, honestly, for a while. And even when I first got into makeup, I never bought brow products, and that is because I have very full brows. Like, there's absolutely nothing in my brows right now. I have very full brows. They're very thick. I actually need to get them waxed. The tails are kind of getting out of control, but I have very full brows, and then I wear glasses, so really this part, like this part of my brow that I would fill in gets covered by my glasses, so I just don't feel a need to. If I do feel like I want to fill in my brows, I've actually been taking my shadow and light or shade and light palette from Kat Von D or KVD Vegan Beauty now. And I've been mixing these two shades right here. As you can see, I've got a little bit of a dip going there. I just kind of mix it and really just fill in the tail of my brows. And I don't even really need to set it with any brow gel, and it does the job. It's just a way to save waste, and I don't need it, and I can save money. Before I was using the e.l.f., I'm like just putting this away as I talk to you. I have been using the e.l.f. Wow Brow. I used that and I liked it, but it's unnecessary. Even though it's $4, I just don't need to keep buying it. So that is one thing I no longer buy. Another item I no longer buy is body wash, like body gels. I would try all sorts of brands. Mainly before I went cruelty-free, it was Bath & Body Works. And then after, I would just use random cruelty-free brands. Now I buy bar soap, and it was a really easy transition for me, and I am really happy doing it. I typically buy bar soap either from like just a local brand at like a farmer's market, which obviously I'm not really doing right now, or I buy from Missouri River Soap. I actually found her through YouTube watching soap making videos. I think Safiya Nygaard did a like soap video, and I just started getting recommendations for like soap making tutorials, and I found Missouri River Soap. A woman named Holly runs it, and I just like love watching her videos. Like, they're just like so relaxing to watch. And so I buy bars of soap from her. They come in a paper cardboard box, so it's more environmentally friendly, and she just makes great bars of soap. They're really like good to smell. I don't know. I like them. I know bar soap isn't for everyone, but for me it was a really easy transition, and I'm not constantly buying plastic bottles anymore. Another thing I no longer buy is kind of like 2-in-1, but face and lip scrubs. I just don't feel like I need them. One, face scrubs, you know, if you watch skincare YouTube, it's typically recommended not to use physical exfoliants on your face. You know, you should be using chemical exfoliants. So I have made that transition. I no longer buy face scrub. Sometimes I feel like I could use it, but honestly, I really don't need it, and I just stick with exfoliation, or maybe lightly exfoliating with a face, like a washcloth. And then for lip scrubs, I just don't find they're necessary. Again, just using a washcloth does the job. And yeah, just keeping my lips hydrated and not, you know, trying my best to not get them super dry is really what I do in place of a lip scrub. And like I said, I just finished one up. I did film an empties video, and that should be up before this video. So you'll see that in that. I finally finished a lip scrub, but I don't plan on buying one. If I ever get one, like, as a gift with purchase or something, like, I'll use it, but it's not something I feel like I need to go out and buy. Next, I have sea salt hairspray. So, not hairspray as in, like, hairspray, but, like the sea salt. I used to buy the Not Your Mother's sea salt hairspray. I loved what it did for my curls and my waves, but now I don't feel like I like it anymore. I used to have what I would consider like oily hair. Like, my scalp got oily really fast. But now I have much drier hair, and sea salt hair texturizing sprays just dry my hair out too much, and so I no longer buy them. They used to be my holy grail hair product, but now I no longer purchase them. I just stick with like a curl gel, curl spray, curl cream. Nothing that has sea salt in it. Another hair item I have on my list is actually dry shampoo. I have one dry shampoo. I've probably had it for like 3 or 4 years. It's Not Your Mother's Clean Freak dry shampoo. Yeah, so I have that one. I'm just like slowly using it up. Like I said, I have dry hair, and I feel like dry shampoos make my scalp really itchy and dry, and I wash my hair either every other day or every 2 days, and even if I do go longer without washing my hair, I don't like I get it wet and I condition it. I don't use shampoo, and so I feel like I never need dry shampoo. My scalp never feels like it's needed, so I just have stopped buying dry shampoo because I don't go through it very fast. I don't feel like I need it. I'll use it occasionally if I go a little bit longer without washing my hair, but on the average week or every average month, like some months I'll go months without using dry shampoo, and then other times maybe I'll use it like once or twice a month. So that is another thing I no longer purchase. So the next item on my list has a little bit of a caveat, but it's liquid lipstick. Like a lot of people, I'm just tired of the drying liquid lipsticks, and I have stopped purchasing them. I want to move toward just having bullet lipsticks or just a few liquid lipsticks in certain colors. Just because they're drying and I don't need them. I prefer bullet lipsticks now, and I find you can find a lot of lipsticks that stay pretty well put, like the matte lippy sticks from COLLAB. I find those have a really great lasting power. So if I want something long lasting, I'm going to use that. I don't mind if there's transfer, as long as, you know, it's a little longer lasting. My caveat to this is the Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks. I love these. I have 4, but I just pulled out 2 to show you. This is my all-time favorite color. This is Truffle, and it's just kind of a neutral terracotta-y sort of color. I have used a ton of it. I actually think, like, you can see there's like a little window right there. Like, I think I have like half of this left. So I'm like unofficially panning this right now. It is in my summer panning blitz, which I am going to have an update soon for that. But yeah, I'm kind of like, I have a number goal in that pan, so I'm like panning it, but I'm also kind of trying to use it up. I think it'll probably, like, I know this is kind of far into the future, but it'll probably be in my, you know, 2021 year-long project pan, which is crazy to say, but this is a great shade. I also really like the shade Strawberry Pop. It's a really pretty pink color. I bought this because Amy Loves Makeup wore it in a video, and I just thought it looked so beautiful on her, so I bought it. I buy so many things off of Amy Loves Makeup recommendation. I could do a whole video on, like, not just like YouTube made me buy it, but like Amy Loves Makeup made me buy it. I love her content. I'll just show you the other shades I have in this lipstick. I have the shade Campfire, which is like more of a darker orangey terracotta color, so it's a little bit darker than Truffle. And then I have Bear With Me, which is like a peachy shade, peachy neutral shade. I'm like trying to avoid calling things nude because that's a concept, not a color. So I don't know, like like a light peach neutral, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna move on. So number 7 is backups. I was never a serial backup buyer. Like I didn't have like a whole drawer of backups, but I would occasionally back things up. Sorry, I got a notification on my phone from Katie, liking one of my comments on her videos. Anyway, okay. So I was never someone who bought a whole lot of backups, but I would. And one example I have is I bought a backup of the Tarte Shape Tape at either Black Friday or around the holidays last year in 2019. And I have yet to open it because I still have one open that I opened up at the beginning of this year, which it's coming to its end, but it's just sitting in my collection, and I want to try other concealers, but I don't want to bring any more into my collection. I have 3 right now. I have the open Shape Tape, I have the unopened Shape Tape, and I have the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer open. So I don't want to bring in another concealer to my collection yet, but if I didn't have that backup, I could, and I could have more variety in my concealer collection. So yeah, that's why I'm no longer buying backups. Number 8 is pencil liners. So I only have one, and it is a mini Tarte Sex Kitten liner. It's almost done. I occasionally use this in my waterline, but I don't like putting eyeliner in my waterline. It just doesn't last long enough. Like, I know a lot of people love putting colored liner in their waterline, but it's just not for me. It's not something I like. I would rather have colorful shadow or a colorful like liquid liner than use a pencil liner. So this is a twist up, but like, I mean anything in this form. I much prefer like a pen eyeliner or a gel potted gel liner. So I'm using the Tarte, actually the Sex Kitten liquid liner, and that one's okay. I got an Ipsy bag, so I'm just using it up. I prefer like brush tip applicators for my liner. But yeah, so I no longer buy pencil liner. I remember when I was in like middle school and high school, I would buy these really, really long wooden pencils from Wet n Wild. They were like 99 cents. I would use them all the time and just do horrible liner on my upper lash line. I'm actually, speaking of that, I am planning on doing 2 videos. I'm going to do how I did my makeup in high school and how I did my makeup in middle school. Yeah, because that'll be interesting. I'll just say one of them is very colorful and one of them is very like emo, so look forward to those videos. Number 9 is sheet masks, and I really, really like sheet masks for a while, but I stopped buying them because they're just a little bit wasteful. Like, you know, like you're constantly throwing, not constantly, but for however many times you use one, you're throwing it out into the trash, and I just feel like I'm fine with just like regular wash-off masks. So yeah, I stopped buying sheet masks. That's all I have to say about that. Next up, we have neutral eyeshadow palettes. I am done buying neutral eyeshadow palettes. I have like 3 I would consider neutral. Let me grab them. Okay, I'm back. I just had an alarm go off because I bought maybe a couple things from the Menagerie restock, the Menagerie Cosmetics restock. Okay, so I think I was talking about neutral palettes. The last thing on my makeup section of this list is that I no longer buy neutral palettes. So I have 3 that I would consider neutral palettes. One being the Kathleen Lights Dream Street palette. Now this has a row of pop of color. I've rearranged my Dream Street palette, and I would say this has 2 rows of neutrals, the top row and the bottom row, and then this is kind of like the pop of color. So I definitely consider this to be a neutral palette. The ColourPop Mulan palette, which I really love. I don't use it as much as I wish, but it has a nice mix of cool and warm tones. It has a lot of great textures in here. The metallic, the matte, the foiled shades. There's a couple that are like the matte with glitter in it, which is not my favorite, but it's okay. And then lastly, I have this. This is going to be after I finish, or mostly finish, my Modern Renaissance. This will be the oldest palette in my collection, which is the the KVD Vegan Beauty neutral palette, which I showed when I was talking about eyebrows. So this has neutrals, cool tones, and warm tones. This is pretty much all I need, and then just slap a shimmer on the lid and call it a day. So I don't need neutral shadow palettes anymore because I have enough and it's not my everyday thing. I do have the Naked Honey palette. I recently bought this, or I do have the Urban Decay Naked Honey, which I guess could be considered a neutral palette, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess it is. I don't know. My point is I don't need neutral palettes anymore. Anyway, so those are the beauty items that I no longer buy. So I also thought it'd be fun to include I have 5 on here of just like lifestyle things or food things that I no longer buy. Top of the list is something I've never really bought. I've only bought once, and that was because I was flying on an airplane and needed a clear plastic bag. So plastic bags, I never buy Ziploc bags. I just don't feel like I need them. I had some silicone ones, reusable ones for a while, but they just weren't the best kind. My mom got them for me for my birthday, and they were just difficult to use. I think it's just the style that we got, not like because they're silicone. But I just don't find that I need them. If I'm going to take a snack somewhere with me, I have like little reusable plastic containers that I can put some blueberries in, put some chips in, or crackers, whatever it is. And that's what I do. Like when I go to work, I don't put things in a Ziploc bag. Like I'll either take the whole bag with me. So say I want to bring sunflower seeds, I'll bring that. Well, obviously I'm not going anywhere right now because I'm working from home. But back when I was working in the office, I just brought things in the actual bag with me, or I just used a like reusable container, popped it in, stuck it in my backpack, and called it a day. Another thing I no longer buy is really just more of a buying habit, is I'm no longer overbuying candles. Oh my god, whenever there was a 2 for $20 or 2 for $22, whatever the price was at Bath & Body Works, I was there. And I've been cruelty-free for a long time, so I haven't actually bought candles from there for a very long time. And I just recently finished almost all of my Bath & Body Works candles. My boyfriend and I just finished burning a coffee one that he had, and then all we have left is a Twisted Peppermint, which will probably finish up more in the fall and winter. But I recently made an order from A to Z Candles. I got their recommendation from Sarah Rose, I believe, and I have to be honest, they're not my favorite candles. Like, I'm still trying to find a non-cruelty-free candle company that, like, really, like, fills up the room scent-wise, because this apartment, we have the bathroom back there, and then this is the bedroom, which is just one big room, and then that way is the living room and kitchen, which is just one giant area. So we really need fragrant candles to actually smell them. I used to just overbuy candles like crazy. I no longer do that. I no longer need to. I'm just trying to buy a couple for the season, use them up or use most of it up, and then move on to the next season now that we've really gone through all of the Bath & Body Works candles. Another lifestyle thing I no longer buy are like Swiffer pads. So what we have instead is a steam cleaner, and that is perfectly great for us. We live in an apartment that has all wood or tile. So everything has wood except for the bathroom, which is tile. So all we really need is the steam cleaner. We're not super messy people. If we need to like make some sort of cleaning solution or buy a cleaning solution, we will. But we just don't need the Swiffer pads, and that's just one less thing that has to go in the trash. And yeah. Another thing that might be a little more interesting, at least I think it's interesting, is I no longer buy pasta jar sauce. So I eat pasta like crazy. I eat pasta sauce all the time, whether it's pasta or if we make eggplant parmesan or if we make like lasagna soup, things like that. I actually started making my own sauce, but not in like the Italian grandmother way. We actually make sauce for Christmas. My mom got me a Instant Pot blender. So it's a blender, it's a high-powered blender, but you can also cook in it, which is really cool. And it kind of took a while for me to like actually use it as a cooking device, but it's perfect for making sauces. Basically, I came home from work one day and I was like, dang it, we have like no food, but we had diced tomatoes. So I just threw some diced tomatoes in. I found a recipe that included like a carrot and like onions, and we had all of that and all the spices, and I just dumped it in and called it a day. And it makes a great sauce, and actually it only takes like 10 minutes to cook, so say like 15 minutes tops, not even, like 11 minutes, like a minute to dump the ingredients in, because now what I do, instead of cutting up an onion, instead of cutting up a carrot, like I think the carrot is supposed to like bring out sweetness, I don't know. But basically what I do is I take diced or crushed tomatoes, dump it into the blender, add a bunch of spices, add a little bit of sugar to cut the acidity. My boyfriend likes to add butter. I don't usually add butter, but sometimes I will. Some spices, salt, pepper, and just hit the soup button on it, and it's pretty much good to go. If I use diced tomatoes, I do need to pulse it a couple times, but if I use crushed tomatoes, I don't have to pulse it at all. It's ready right straight out. And lastly, it might be a little TMI, but I don't think it is. I no longer buy actual padded bras anymore. I'm just tired of them. I decided I was tired of them, and that was that. I buy, what do I buy? I bought bralettes, which is basically just a glorified piece of fabric. But that's what, I mean, for a while, like even to work, that's all I needed. I'm tired of bras. They're uncomfortable, and working from home the past couple months have been great because I've been going bra free. I've probably worn a bra less than 10 times, unless I'm doing yoga, in which I'll put on a sports bra. But like I'm wearing one today because I went out a little bit. You can see my strap. Just a bralette, and they're just so much more comfy. And yeah, that is everything I have on my list of things I no longer buy. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and once again, thank you so much to Katie for collabing with me. It was super fun. She came up with this idea, and I really enjoyed doing it. I can't wait to see what she says she no longer buys. Don't forget to check out her video and subscribe to her channel. She makes great content, a lot of beauty project panning or tag videos, or like she'll do like morning and nighttime routines, things like that. She makes great content, and I'm so glad to be friends with her. I think we're friends. Katie, are we friends? I hope we're friends, because I'm calling you my friend now. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, watch Katie's video and subscribe to her, and leave a comment if you like, and I will see you guys in my next video.